Good evening, everybody. If you couldn't tell from the title, I have just, earlier today. It's been a long time. This is like my fourth, fifth time recording this shit. I finally have come to terms with what happened, mostly. And I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this video. I think I'm going to just tell you some stories, basically. Who was Lizzy? Lizzy was a dog that I got when I was 4 years old back in 2004. She was like a year and a half, and she was an Australian sheepherder. That was her breed. She lived to be the ripe old age of 19. And I know a lot of people on the internet like to, oh, today's my dog's last day. Let me take him to the park and let him have a blast, even though the dog looks healthy as fuck. And we're gonna give him a McDonald's cheeseburger, and then we're gonna go put him to sleep. I didn't do that. I never documented my dogs ever. I took some pictures with them. I gotta find it for the thumbnail. But yeah. Lizzy was there for our lowest lows and our highest highs, and it's hard to come to terms with something like this when that something has been around for almost 2 decades. You know? I know obviously it's dog, they don't live as long as we do and all this other shit, but it fucking hurts, man. I'm hurting right now, bros. Every night after work, I would give her food and water. And the only way I can really explain this process right now is that it's like having a job and then you get fired. You have a set schedule, you wake up, do stuff, go to work, come home, right? But then when you get fired, you just suddenly don't have to do any of that anymore. Obviously go home part, but go to work part, you no longer have to do that. And that's essentially what I'm feeling right now. It feels like I got fired from a job. It's like a really weird comparison, I know, but that's that. I talked to my dad about, stuff like that, and he said he cried too. And I've never expected him to cry about any of this because my dad's not the type of person to really show his feelings. He bottles them up, kind of like I do. He said he saw her take her last few breaths and gone. And the weird thing about dying in the modern age or first world countries or whatever, maybe even third world, I don't know, is that we prolong this stuff for so fucking long. Whether it be we go get surgeries or an implant or a fucking bionic arm or injections to stop a fucking infection or all this other crazy shit. In the modern age, we don't talk about death because we prevent it so much. And when death inevitably comes knocking at your door, it's really hard to cope with it because you were never really taught to cope with it. Somebody or something you have an attachment to dies, it hurts 1,000 times more because you knew that thing. You fucking raised it from I grew up with Lizzy, my dog. I literally was a 4-year-old and she was a 1-year-old when I got her, and we grew up together. And it's weird. It's so fucking weird, man. The saying that they're here one minute and gone the next is the realest fucking shit ever. Oh, fuck. I'm trying not to fucking choke up, man. I thought I got all this out of my system already, but it's still fucking lingering, man. It's just like a dark cloud over my head. The shit doesn't want to go away. I bursted out crying when we had to bury her. I couldn't bottle it in anymore, man. You can only bottle in so much before it all comes bursting out, and that's kind of what happened. I started fucking crying. we didn't bury her till like she got hard, which I'm still a bit upset about because I guess none of us wanted to really face the reality that the dog that's been around literally 20 years almost is just not fucking breathing or alive anymore. So I went about my day, tried to forget. I went and got an eye exam, got a haircut. I got a fresh cut. Today's my fresh cut. And, you go out and I went out to go eat and came back home, and that's when, reality just kind of sets back in. Like, hey, there's this dog in a fucking bag. Gotta bury her. So I did. Me and my dad did. And then I took a walk to clear my head. But the dark cloud just keeps following me. And it was following my dad too. I didn't expect him to say the things he said, because I never thought he would. He looked at Lizzy that way. My dad always called Lizzy a stupid dog, whatever, because he's that kind of person. And he told me at our last dying breaths that he apologized to her. And that really blew me away. It really just like blew me away. It was like, wow, I didn't think you looked at Lizzy in that type of light. And he said he got sad and cried too. And fuck. He said that he lost his best friend. I asked him when we were walking, I'm like, who? He looked at me like I was stupid, because that's how he is. And he said, Lizzy. And I told him, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you looked at Lizzy like that. After all these years and shit. I have recordings of all this. I'm not going to play them. I don't even know I'm going to edit this video. Might do some minor editing. 3 months before she died, 6 months, this little fucking cat would always come around. And I got pictures of that, where, like, the cat's hanging around with her and keeping her company and shit, and that was really weird and novel. I think that cat's gonna miss her. I'm gonna miss her. This shit sucks, man. It's such a hard feeling to explain. Everyone goes through it. It's a part of natural life, but it's like, fuck, this shit sucks. You don't want it to happen. And when it does, it hurts 1,000 times more. I'm gonna keep uploading and doing all the stuff. I got work tomorrow. I think the one thing that's fucking me up right now is that I had a set schedule, right? Right now it's like 3 in the morning. I usually check on her before I go to bed, which is like at 5, right? I like go out. She's been inside the past week, so I would like open my door and turn on my phone, my fucking phone flashlight, turn that shit on and look to see if she was okay or whatever. If she was looking around, she need to go outside. And I just don't have to do that anymore. I caught myself doing that shit right as I got out the shower. I like turned my flashlight on and saw that there was nothing there. This shit hurts. I feel like I'm rambling now, just repeating myself. I'm gonna end it on a good note. I'm happy she's no longer. Fuck. I'm happy she's no longer feeling pain. She's free of all of her pains. I don't know if there's an afterlife for animals or even people, but hey, fucking, I hope she made it to wherever she had to go. It sounds a bit childish and naive to say that, like, oh, there's a doggy heaven, blah, 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 but you never fucking know, You never know. No one even knows if there's a heaven. They're just taught to believe that shit. So, if there is, I hope she fucking made it. I lost a best friend of 20 years, man. This shit's fucking real. Fucking, it's just a dog too. I keep trying to tell myself that to cope, but I don't know. I'm just hurting right now. It'll get better. With time heals the wounds. The scars will stay, obviously. Like, you're gonna remember, but time heals. Man. Yeah. Time heals wounds. Time heals the pain. That's all I gotta say about that. Rest in peace, Lizzy. 2004, 2022. You made it to see my 22nd birthday, and then you died 3 days later. I will always be forever grateful for that.